What's going on, guys? The Geek-tastic duo is back. We're talking zombies now.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah,
Zombies
I'm ready.
are back. Wow, you don't seem excited about zombies. What's up?
Well, I mean, I'm not the biggest zombie fan. Not like you are, but
I am a big zombie fan. Yes.
I saw this movie. So a lot of you know how I feel about Zack Snyder as a filmmaker.
If they don't know, give them a quick. What do you think about Zack Snyder as a?
Okay, so before he did, Man of Steel, I thought he was a decent filmmaker. I had seen 300 and Dawn of the Dead, and I generally liked those movies. Like, okay, they're not bad. They're not bad movies. They're pretty good. And then he did Watchmen. Now
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, as many of you know, I'm not a huge fan of the whole deconstruction of superheroes. But I saw Watchmen. It was okay. It wasn't. I didn't love it, but I could ignore it, right? Because it was original characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then he did Man of Steel, and I remember almost walking out of that movie in theaters because I was so disappointed. I was so mad at what he had done to Superman, right?
So then he walked out.
I almost walked out of that movie. Yeah, that's how upsetting it was. And then he did Batman v Superman. I didn't even bother watching Batman v Superman in theaters. You
saw it afterwards, like on video.
I saw it at a cousin. I saw it at a cousin's house. He put it in because there was no way I was gonna pay for it, either streaming or buying it or renting it. No.
Just because of the bad taste with Man of Steel, you weren't even trying that. Okay.
But my cousin wants. I was hanging out with my cousin, and fine. He put it on, and I hated it. So, so that left a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Zack Snyder.
Let me just say, go.
And then he came out with this movie, and I didn't pay for Netflix. Just FYI, I mooch off my sister's account, so.
I mooch off my parents' account, and that's going to be gone very soon. So I will be out of Netflix.
So,
but hold on, real quick.
Hold on. Okay, go on.
Go.
Gilly saw this movie, right? He goes, "Oh, you should watch Army of the Dead. Did you watch it?" You know what? I was bored one night. I'm not paying for Netflix, so I just went on Netflix and I saw it.
All right, before we get into that, right? Before we get into Army of the Dead, right?
Okay.
I just want to say that I don't hate Zack Snyder. I'm not saying that you hate him. You're just not a fan of his what he did to Man of Steel and Justice League. And I will co-sign on that because I wasn't crazy about Man of Steel. Superman is not one of my biggest heroes, but I respect the lore and he could be fun.
Yeah, well,
I wasn't crazy about.
I love Superman. I mean, Superman is it for me. So
I got my Superman figure. I don't know if you can see. Oh, it's in the corner behind that box next to Batman. I'm gonna walk over and pull him out. But I do have a Superman figure, so I respect DC. I wasn't crazy about Man of Steel. I was not crazy about Batman vs Superman, Justice League. Again, just these movies I saw, but they just did nothing for me. The new Zack Snyder cut for Justice League, they say it's better. I still have yet to watch it. I will get around to it.
There's no way I'm ever going to watch it. Okay, you'd have to pry my eyes open.
Wait, the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, you won't even give that one a shot?
God, no, not even.
Okay,
close.
Well, I haven't even watched it. I might just watch it in little increments because I know it's like 4 hours. But I do like what he did in Watchmen. It's a movie where I can respect what he was trying to do. Again, Watchmen's its own thing. We can go into that, but okay, so I was okay with Watchmen. I love Dawn of the Dead. I
did like Dawn of the Dead, and I did like 300.
And 300 was cool. I like 300. I love the visual style. I like the fast-paced, slow motion. I liked it, and I love the coloring, everything. Now you did say I'm a big zombie fan, and that's true. I'm a major zombie nerd. I'm a zombie geek. I love zombie stuff. I've been watching. All the Godfather of zombies, Romero's movies. I love all his movies. Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Land of the Dead. I love them. Absolutely adore them. Day of the Dead, one of my favorites. Even way before that, even Lucio Fulci, who took on what George Romero was doing, and he did his own thing, and it was in Italy, in Italian styles. Spaghetti zombie horror was amazing. You had a zombie fighting a shark. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, you actually see that in that movie. So, called Zombie, Zombi. or Zombie. Check it out if you guys haven't heard of that one yet. So I love zombie movies. Now, Army of the Dead, okay, Zack Snyder's back. Okay, he's doing a zombie movie, and I'm giving it a shot because it's on Netflix. I'm mooching off my mom's account, so why not? Batista's in there. I know you're not into wrestling, Ron, but I love Batista. I think as an actor, he does bring something to the table. Being a wrestler, not many can do that transition. The Rock has done it. Batista's definitely on it. So we got Army of the Dead. We got a new take on zombies, and let's get right into it. Before we go into our spoiler rant, Ron, what were your hopes for this movie?
I pretty much got what I expected. It wasn't heavy on the plot or the character development, but the action zombie stuff was actually really cool and really well done. But it falls apart when it comes to character and story.
So for like the recipe for a good zombie story, you need to have some decent characters. I'm not talking about, Oscar performance worthy character building.
Yeah.
You need some decent characters. You got to have some attachment because we're going to see what's going to happen with them. We're going to see them go through the struggle or not. Yeah.
He did have some interesting characters. A lot of the characters in this movie I generally liked. And my disappointment was, spoiler, but my disappointment was that most of the characters I liked ended up dying.
So, Ron, you don't like zombie movies that much to know that in a good zombie movie, mostly all the characters are going to die. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not big on zombie movies, so I guess
survivors is very limited. You're talking about 2 to 3, if that. Even the original Night of the Living Dead by George Romero, they had the main character who's a strong, powerful black dude back in the 60s, and it seems like he survives, and the way he dies is just incredible. I don't want to spoil that for you, but are you going to watch it anytime soon?
Yeah, I can watch that one.
So you got to see it because it hits you in the gut. That's all I'm going to say. Because that was one of the endings that you're just like, oh my, I'm getting chills. It was cold, but it was brilliant. I don't know how else to say it. So again, I don't have much hopes for this. I want to put my brain on off, right? I just want to see some good zombie action. I want to have a lot of survivors or put it like this. The cast, I want it to be big. I don't want to see a zombie movie with 3 survivors. Like the cast is 3 people deep. No, I want a big cast because who's going to live, who's going to die, how they're going to die, who's going to turn on who.
And we got a pretty big cast in this movie.
So I'm going to give it right off the bat. The fact that we had a large ensemble of different characters, I thought was really cool. And that's one thing I really liked about Army of the Dead because it gave us, some diversity, gave us some variety in our deaths and what's going to happen, who's going to, turn on who. I like that. Okay. Now, as far as the character development and stuff goes, they do have some interesting characters, and they have the god-awful Batista's daughter character.
Oh, my God.
She,
spoilers, by the way, she's the one that survives.
She's the only one that survives.
The worst character in the movie is the only one that survives.
And what I hated about her character was how her whole reason. Now, here's the thing. Before we get into so the premise real quick about Army of the Dead, think Ocean's 11, right? Meets, Dawn of the Dead, right? Vegas has been nuked. Okay. So it's like, it's the virus kind of started in Vegas. They quarantined Vegas. It's closed off and Vegas is zombie town. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's it. So, you can't even enter the airspace. That's how crazy it is. You can fly out. You can't fly in. Craziness. Right. Yeah. So, Batista's character, she's does like some medical type work there. She's like a healthcare worker there at one of the camps right outside of Vegas. And her whole thing is she wants to save a friend. And this friend happens to be the mother of 2 kids that she looks after. The way they show their connection was so weak at best. You hardly got any, it's just like, okay, you really care about these kids, but you're leaving the kids alone in the apocalypse to go look for the mom.
This is a 2-hour movie, so it's not as if he didn't have time for that.
2 hours plus. It's like, what, 2 hours and 20 minutes? 2 hours and 30 minutes?
Yeah.
You telling me you couldn't sprinkle in 2 extra minutes just to show? I mean, the only thing they show is she walks in, like, the little camp, and the kids are there, and it's like, hey, how you doing kind of thing. Oh, where's your mom kind of thing, and that's it. And it's like, okay.
That's it.
That's the real connection of, you really wanted to make sure the kid's mom is okay. Like,
and
it's just so weak.
the mom just left the kids in that tent by themselves under no supervision at all. Like,
to do so, like, again, like they're trying to do something. I mean, you shut off your brain in a zombie movie when it comes to plot, but I can't even remember. Like, she leaves her kids to go somewhere, do something that takes them into the zombie horde of Las Vegas, and that's the mission. So it turns out that Batista got to go in there to get some money. They're trying to do something, and that's how he put this ragtag team of people together. And his daughter wants to go because the daughter wants to look after this child's mother. Super weak motivation, and throughout the little mission, there's a moment where with Batista's daughter and Batista where I got to give it to Batista. He's making me feel, that he really wants to connect with his estranged daughter. And spoiler alert, Batista had to kill the zombie mother, so he doesn't know if that's caused a strain in their relationship, but that wasn't it. Mm-hmm. But he's trying to connect. He has his food truck idea. He's like, hey, what do you about to think of this? What do you think of that? She's like, no, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. He's like, why? Whatever. She's like, I don't think I'm just ready to stop hating you. Dang. I mean, like, it's just like, come on. Like, I get, you just could be no hope or nothing, but come on. The dude's, pouring his heart out. And he's just trying to connect with you in some way. Like, well, Dad, I just don't think I'm ready to stop hating you yet. Oh,
I mean, but whatever. She's the worst character. I mean, my three favorite characters were the Hispanic chick that reminded me a lot of.
Yeah, she looked like one of the gangbangers. She had a little bandana.
Her name my gosh, Chambers. She was so cool. She
was super badass. She was giving me Vasquez vibes
from Aliens. Yeah,
she was giving me that vibe.
The German safecracker guy, he was awesome.
He was a riot. I loved him.
And then the helicopter pilot. Those three are my favorite characters.
She was cool. She was just, sarcastic and pragmatic. Just pessimistic. She was cool.
Yeah. Can we talk about the cool variation on the zombies that this movie had that I thought was really neat?
So that's one cool thing I think that this movie had was like, okay, you always got to bring a fresh twist to zombies if you're going to do a zombie thing. And their twist was we have intelligent zombies. They're able to communicate. They're kind of got like this group.
They're like alpha zombies.
Yeah, wolf pack mentality kind of too. Alpha zombies, yeah. So they were showing intelligence. They have a queen, right?
They have a queen and king. They have zombie horses in this movie. They have a zombie tiger. I mean, just really neat stuff. That
zombie tiger delivered one of the best death scenes.
Yeah,
to a character that ultimately deserved it. And when I'm watching that scene,
out of all the characters in the movie, I knew he was going to die.
For sure. Oh, we knew that was coming. But through the tiger, I didn't know it was going to be like that. But when it was happening, I loved it because the tiger's torn around with him. And I was watching this movie. I was telling my wife, I'm like, that tiger needs to bite open that dude's head. And I'm telling you, I said it's just like that.
What happened.
I'm like, there you go. I'm like, so I'm happy with the movie. Like in some of these regards, like I said, like you gotta, some of the flaws are just, okay, it's a zombie movie. I get it. But man, was that so worth it. That was just so satisfying, that death. I thought the German safecracker was amazing. I loved his little, he was just trying to impress, and he was just really down to earth, though, but also witty and just like,
he was funny. I liked him. Yeah.
Okay, I got to crack out, I got to crack open a safe in a zombie apocalypse. And, he hasn't killed zombies before. It was cool. Ron, your character, Chambers, right? Who also never killed a zombie before. But
oh my gosh. She had one of the coolest scenes in the movie. Okay. Killing zombies, just bang, bang, stab, bang, bang, stab, stab, bang with the knife and the gun. Oh my gosh!
Let me tell you, one thing I loved about that is that in a zombie movie, you always have a good scene like that, and she delivered on that. I think she etched her little scene in zombie lore history when it comes to comparing to all the zombie films. Mm-hmm. One thing that disappointed me is she gets double crossed by one of the characters and sent on a wrong way to like this. I'm talking about this hallway,
this room of like sleeping zombies or something.
Shoulder to shoulder, bunched up with zombies. She awakens one of them because they're hibernating. Apparently, they wake up. She's killing them as they wake up. Man, she just didn't want to die, and she gets away. She kind of reunites with the group, but she's about 5 feet away. And none of the survivors could do anything to help her, and that just killed me. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I was like, come on, she did. I'm like, can we just have her die in another way, or Can we just have it? And here's the thing, another spoiler alert. This is Zack Snyder setting up some zombie universe here. One cool character is Vanderho. He's a black guy, and we see him in the beginning of the movie with like this freaking, what is it, like Jaws of Steel?
Yeah, no, this like Saw thing, but he never really uses it in the actual movie, though.
That's the problem. He doesn't use it.
He uses it in the opening credits scene. You see him use it there to like kill a zombie.
Yeah, and then one of the other characters grabs it. He's like, "No, this is with me," and you're just waiting for him to use it. Like if he took that to the Alpha Zombie, it'd have been over. You know. He never uses it, but what I'm getting at is that he was a cool character. He gets saved by the German safe cracker, right?
Yeah, the German guy, you know, essentially like sacrifices his life to save this other guy. You know,
he locks him in the vault, and I knew he was going to come back. I knew Vanderho wasn't fully dead. I knew he was coming back. So I'm bringing up Chambers because you could have had it where it seems like she's like all the zombies are like on top of her, like, and you think she's dead. And it just turns out she's able to just get away, still survive.
Well, no, she exploded.
I know. I'm saying what could have been done
to
set up this zombie universe that he's doing because he's going to be making a sequel. And if one thing we love about zombies is we love if someone survives, we love seeing them come back. I play video games. If you ever played The Walking Dead by Telltale Games, they have some cool characters in there, and they have some that show up again. It's like, wow, how'd they survive? And you kind of see how it happens. So what I'm saying is that you could have her get away because to die from 5 feet away, the way she died, I know she exploded because the buddy shot out her gas thing to just not see her get mauled to death. So I do like it if a character that I like dies, I want them to die on their own terms. Like she like kind of nodded her head, shoot the gas tank, because she didn't die getting eaten by zombies. She didn't die unwillingly. She knew she was going to die, and I like that. Yeah, and she sacrificed herself to help them because that allowed to blow up some zombies and give them. And that just makes her even more of a favorite character of mine in the movie. So again, she didn't want to die, and I'm thinking, how cool it would have been if she would have survived. Mm-hmm. Right, you just have her on top of zombies. She gets away. Vanderho kind of survives, and somehow they kind of meet up, and they're still in Vegas, nuked. And, just something happens, and I just thought that would be cool. But Vanderho survives. He walks back into society. He gets on a plane. He's infected. He's got a bunch of money. He got a bunch of money, and he's bringing the virus to Mexico. And it seems like they're going to do Army of the Dead in Mexico with a new cast that I don't care about. Yeah, I honestly don't care about a sequel to this. As much as I enjoyed it, I put my brain in the freezer. I enjoyed this, but I don't care about a sequel about this because I thought the magic he had with Batista and some of these cool characters that I got attached to, you have the ultimate payoff in a sequel. I would be willing to watch Vanderho and Chambers and whatever kind of thing you could get. Maybe the zombies, some didn't die or some evolved to survive through the blast. Whatever, man, just whatever. There's a bunch of buildings there. Maybe they had an underground thing full of zombies that were medical something, and they kind of get it. Dude, you can do so much. Oh, I'm so done already about talking about this movie because it was cool. Yeah, it was cool and not cool. Yeah, it was cool and not cool. Like, I'm happy, and like the fact that he's doing a zombie universe, Zack Snyder, I could care less, bro. I don't care. You gave me a decent movie here, and you had a sequel that I cared about, but you got rid of your awesome characters. I mean, I do want to point out a lot of the issues that Snyder has as a filmmaker, as a writer in general, is there was a lot of stupid decisions made by characters. Like there was a lot of standing around, not doing anything when the threat of the nuclear bomb was there. The nuclear bomb's going to be here in 10 minutes, but we got time. Whatever. We're just going to chill. Yeah, there's a lot of decisions that don't realistically make sense logically. And then when they're in the certain part trying to get away from, the alpha zombie, right? Mm-hmm. That arrived at the bunker that they were trying to loot the safe from, they're able to get away, right? And they get away. Now they're going to go after Batista's daughter in a whole other part of town, and the alpha zombie just shows up there like in a minute. Like it just goes. I don't know if he has powers of teleportation. So there's just a lot of things that it's just like I get you got to make the movie, but I love the challenge of making everything cohesive, even if you got whatever you got to do. Like, you got to make your character go here for this reason. Make it plausible. Make it as realistic as possible in a zombie setting. With better writing, this could have been really good. Yeah, and it's just a matter of just fixing up the plot holes. I mean, the motivations, the character desires, like there's so much there. Like the fact that the daughter just put everyone's lives at risk to go save these kids' mothers.
By the way, she ends up dying anyway, the mother.
The mother ends up roadkill because she's in the plane crashes. The daughter's the only one that lives.
Helicopter.
We don't know what happens to the kids because in the camp that they're supposed to be at, they get shipped off like this. They have to evacuate all of that area because they're about to nuke the place. So she cares about the kids' well-being. We don't even have, she's just like, okay, we'll just leave it to
the plot of this movie is Swiss cheese.
Worse than Swiss cheese, right? It's like this is worse, man. Melted Swiss cheese. I don't know what. It's bad. It is bad. It's about the size of a hula hoop. Bad. This is a major big plot hole. So many plot holes. It just makes one major plot hole. But overall, I'll give it I could give it a 7 out of 10 as far as zombie stuff is concerned. I say I won't watch a sequel, but if you got an interesting cast or if you got a head person who's gonna, like we got Batista here. If you got another actor that's gonna headline or actress that's gonna headline the sequel.
I don't know. Maybe
I love
they
zombies
have
to a fault. I will watch it. I said I would watch it. I just wish it could have had those two characters survive in a cool way. I just wish.
You know what? What if they have John Cena in the sequel?
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'm just saying, like, I mean, if you get John Cena, I'll watch it. I mean, whoever you get, I'll watch it. I mean, so I'll watch it. It's a guilty pleasure. Now, if I don't have Netflix, I don't know how I'm going to watch it. I'm bumming off my mom's account, so we'll see. We'll see what if I got Netflix by that time. Anyway, guys, if you saw this, let us know what you thought. Army of the Dead. Did you feel it? Did you like it? Do you like Zack Snyder as a director? Do you think his superhero movies are good? Do you think he can handle zombie movies well? I'll give him a pass. What about you, Ron?
On this one, sure. I mean, as long as he stays away from superheroes.
Stay far away, please.
Yeah, far away.
All right, guys, that is a Geektastic duo here. Until next time, geek out.
Geek out, guys.